Okay, so one more example for this lesson. I could ask you to write an equation for a line. Let's say it passes through the point S, which is 2 comma negative 3, and it's parallel to the line with the equation y equals 3x plus 5. So you actually know how to solve this without today's lesson. You could have used slope-intercept form, and I'm going to show you all the work for that first. Okay, so what you end up doing, start by rewriting your equation, y equals mx plus b. Plug in the information that you know. The only piece that we know is that the slope has to be the same because we're dealing with a parallel line. So y equals 3x plus b. And then we have information for a point, 2 comma negative 3. 2 is our x value, negative 3 is our y value. We're solving for our intercept, which is b. So you rearrange the equation, solve for b, you end up getting b equals 6 plus 3, b equals 9. You rewrite your equation in y equals mx plus b, slope-intercept form. Y equals 3x plus 9. Okay, not bad. Again, I've done this 100 times, so I can do it fairly quickly. I gave you like a million questions last week, so maybe you can do this pretty quickly as well. Let me show you how much easier slope point form is for this type of question. Okay, so same idea. We're going to start by rewriting the equation y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Plug in information that you know. So I know what my y value is, so y minus negative 3. You have a double negative there, so just be aware of that. Equals 3, which is our slope, times x minus 2, x minus x, it's a positive 2, so x minus positive 2. And my equation becomes y plus 3 equals 3 times x minus 2. Way easier, right? Even just by looking at it line by line, I've saved myself about 3 lines of work. Maybe it doesn't seem like much, a simple addition step, a statement step, and then a rewriting step. But hey, take a look. I have a simple addition step here. I have a rewriting step over here. Slope point form is essentially a one-step problem with this type of problem. So part of this unit or part of this topic is when we have all the equations of lines available to us, you're able to identify which equation is most useful for us in that instance, and it can give you the solution the fastest way possible. You can do it another way, right? You still get to the same answer, it's just you have to work a lot harder. For those of you that are headed to the through the pre-cal route, the idea of that course is to prepare you for something called calculus, which is a totally different monster. The biggest issue people have with calculus is it's fast math. So when you're being tested, when you're doing an examination on it, you aren't given much time, right? You might be given 40 minutes to write, a 4-page exam, which is overwhelming. But that's where this stuff comes into play. If you're really strong and you've practiced a lot with your different math skills and recalling information, you're able to draw in information quickly and come to a solution faster. I don't expect you to be at that stage now, because we're literally at the starting point, right? It's like spelling words and writing essays. No one asked you to write, a 1,000-page essay in kindergarten. That's when you're first learning how to put words together. You're first learning how to put these equations into context. So take your time with it, but you absolutely do need to practice this so that you're well-rounded on that. Applied kids, you're not off the hook. You still need to know this for next year if you're going to applied math. Yes, we get our computers, and you could use Desmos for either of these equations, they're the same thing. We use computers and apps to help us out, but you still need to be able to get the solution fast. And knowing which equation that you can use, or recognizing that both these equations are the same thing, that's where applied math comes into play. So you're not quite off the hook. You still need to know this information. It is really useful as well when we're able to apply it. It's just I can't give that to you until we understand how to work with the equations. Okay, so just to recap on the week, real quick here. We've done slope-intercept last week. This week you're starting with slope point form. There's a lot of work on that, so you want to get started as soon as you're able to do so. I'm going to post that over here. Once you're done with that, later in the week, you can expect another lesson on the next type of equation, which is both standard and general form. You can call it one equation, you call it two equations. It's really up to you. That'll be the last equation we look for in this set of units. So be prepared for that later in the week. As always, if things are coming up, you have any questions, you're not sure what's going on, let me know. Please do try to keep in touch. Email is fantastic for that. And yeah, we'll see how things go. So thanks for keeping up with all this, and as always, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you guys.